Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like unanimous consent to offer into the record a report produced on September the 6th of this year by DHS Inspector General Joseph Kafari.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll be citing from that report during my questioning. Mr. Ballard, do you know Inspector General Kafari?
I do not.
You're going to have the honor of meeting him soon if I can arrange that. He's a wonderful man. He's dedicated to his job, and his job as the Inspector General of DHS is to investigate potential criminal behaviors and unconstitutional behaviors from within DHS. And our southern border, 1,954 miles of our southern border, I've walked every foot of it, is 100% controlled by cartels on the Mexican side of that border. You know, to this administration, you all can believe whatever numbers you want. The number I'm about to tell you is real. We've had 9 million illegal crossings, 6 million undocumented, 1.5 million known gotaways, 1.5 million unknown gotaways. There's 9 million. When I went to grade school, that's what it adds up to. So the DHS that's executing the policies of this Biden administration is directly responsible for this rodeo we see at our southern border. From sea to shining sea, our southern borders. What we used to call a large gathering of unidentified subjects in various stages of disagreement and argument and fight. When I was a cop for a long time, when we'd roll up on a situation that looked like that, we'd just tell dispatcher, I got a rodeo over here. All the other cops on the radio would know what we were talking about. We have a rodeo from the Pacific to the Gulf in our southern border. And DHS, under Secretary Mayorkas, is responsible for that. And the human misery and suffering and death and 85,000 lost children in our own southern border, now rated as the most dangerous land crossing border in the world by a highly recognized immigrant international organization. It's insane. So the guy that's responsible for investigating that is Joseph Kafari. He's produced this report just a few days ago, and it's quite condemning of the Biden administration. So what do you think the Biden administration would do with an IG like that, Mr. Ballard, in your experience?
What do I think they'll do with his report?
No, what do you think they do with the man that produced this report?
Well, I hope they would treat him fairly and listen to his findings, because I haven't read the report, but I can imagine.
Hope springs eternal, does it not? This is the Biden administration we're dealing with. They're going after that man in his whole office. So I'm telling the executive right now, you watching this, we're not going to allow you to crucify the inspector generals that's revealing the horrors of your policy. 85,000 lost children. Mr. Gallant, are you an attorney, sir?
I am.
You know, when I was a cop, we had a common saying, a bit of a chuckle. We say that I've known many convicts I can trust in my life and very few attorneys. You're here representing the ACLU, sir. Do you speak on behalf of the ACLU this day?
Yes.
You're here voluntarily?
Yes.
Are you here with counsel or are you by yourself?
I'm by myself.
Congratulations. These 85,000 missing children. What's your opinion about that? How's the ACLU feel about 85,000 missing children?
So
Think their civil rights might be being violated?
our view is that those children are not likely missing, that the sponsors don't simply answer the phone.
Yeah, the sponsors are not real. You know that, right? It's a racket. It's a sponsor racket. That's why they're not answering the phone. That's why you can't find who they are. The vast, large percentage of these sponsors, these kids are getting sucked into sex trafficking primarily, human slavery. The policies of this administration are supporting that. We're partnering with the cartels with human trafficking. By God, I would hope there's many attorneys in my family. I was the one that ended up to be the Army grunt and the street cop. But I would hope that the ACLU would take a serious look at exactly what kind of cases the ACLU is taking up. And I have a couple questions for you I'm going to submit for the record afterward. But Mr. Ballard, in my remaining few seconds, can you assess from your perspective exactly what Congress should do to help our agents at the southern border?
First, we need to go find those 85,000 children, and we need to start enforcing the laws that Congress put upon the executive branch, which is to enforce the border. That's the most compassionate, and it's the only compassionate policy for children, is to suck the wind out of the sails of the criminal networks making $14 million a day trafficking women and children into our country. You end it by enforcing the border policies.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Chairman, my time has expired. I appreciate the indulgence. I yield.
The gentleman yields.